Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you. I thought we could make a very simple card and a one colour card using the new stamps from our lovely Julia. So these are them. So we've got Celeste Harris, we've got Lila Harris, Alicia Harris, and Curious Florals. And I thought, how fun would it be, I don't know why that's out of its packet, how fun will it be to do a one colour tone card. So I'm going to use watercolours. So I've just got some watercolour cardstock here, and I will cut this down to size if needed to make my card. We also have the gorgeous stencils as well, so I'm very tempted to maybe do one with the stencils. So first thing I'm going to do is find my watercolours. So let's have a look to see what we have. Oh, I tell you which watercolours we haven't used in a while. So is, if I can get them out, my Cosmic Shimmer ones. So the nice sparkly ones. I think they're going to go really, really well with this set. So let me just put those back in the drawer so they're out of the way. So I keep them in this box, which my daughter got me for Christmas a few years back. But yeah, these are Cosmic Shimmer ones, and then I've also got these ones are Lumiart ones, and these all came from my local charity shop a few years ago for 50p. So I haven't used them for ages, so I'm thinking they're the ones that we should use, and they're really, really sparkly and lovely, and yeah, just full of yumminess. So they're the ones that we're going to use today, so I'm just going to pop them off to the side. Like I say, I might use one of the stencils, but to draw in actually. So maybe, how about, oh, I love this colour. So let's activate this. Let's also grab a paintbrush. So I've got a paintbrush here. This one will do. I've got my water. If I can get out, I'll use this one, although it is nearly empty. So I'm just going to spray some water in. So for the first card, we're actually going to use the stencil. And all I want to do is activate this. Like I say, it's just going to be, they're going to be really simple cards, where we don't use loads of colours. There's literally one colour. I'm just going to put water all over this. I think I need a bigger brush. Yeah, let's use this one. And let's bring my water in, although my water's not very, very clear. So I'm just going to soak this, but I am going to bring it, turn it over and soak the other side as well, because it stops it from curling up, which I think is a brilliant hack. So right, now that we've got pigment, I'm literally just going to dot this on like so, and I'm not going to really do much with it, and maybe few splatters. I mean, we're not going to see the splatters, but yeah, there we go. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. So that's the whole of that done. So let's dry that. So like this. I just thought that it'd be quite a nice sort of different technique of what we would normally do, and just a simple card as well. Right, okay, so that's nearly dry, so I'm going to just put that off to the side, so leave that to dry a bit better. So that one we're going to use with that stencil. Now with the next ones, what I'd like to do is I'd like to come in, now it's our lovely Angela from Angie B Crafts. She's the one who's inspired this, because she does a lot of her she tends to go for grungy colours, which I just love, and she tends to do a lot of one colour, like people and stuff. She does have like different tones and stuff in, but I don't know, I just absolutely love them. So she sort of inspired this, and I thought, you know what, why not come on and we'll do we'll do it where we make some. I'm looking for a bigger. Actually, do you know what I think might be best? Is to actually bring in my my stamping platform. I think that's going to be the best thing to do for this. So I'm going to use my archival ink because it is a waterproof ink. If I was to use my Memento ink, that isn't waterproof, so it would just go everywhere. I want her in the center, so just like that. And we're just going to ink it up, and I'll probably ink it up a few times. Watercolor cardstock hasn't got an even surface, so it has got a bumpy surface, so don't expect a crisp impression when you do stamp on it. So a stamping platform, as you can see, definitely is something that is worth sort of using when working with watercolor cardstock. So I'm just pushing all of this in. Okay, I need to ink that up a little bit more to make it a lot darker. I feel like this isn't going on everywhere. You have to really push sometimes with this one. So I'm going to stand up and we're going to really push that down, and hopefully it'll get a really nice impression. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I like that. Right, so there's our first background. Now I'm going to change up the stamp. So let's put her back on here and put her away. So this is Celeste Harris. So it's part of Hattie Harris's clan, which is really cool. I've just dropped something on the floor, but I know that whatever it is, the lady will find it. And yeah, I can't see what I've dropped. A lady will find it and a lady will chew it, so no doubt husband will be on the way. Right, oh, do you know what, let's use this sentiment. So I'm going to put this back in because it's going to be more or less a one layer card. Well, it'll be 2 layer because there's this layer. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to just line that up the best I can. Oh, do you know what would help is if we didn't have it on the stuff. I thought it didn't feel sticky. Right. Okay. So again, I'm going to come in and use this, and then I'll do it a couple of times so we get a nice impression, although that has more or less gone. Oh, perfect. Right, okay, so there's that one. So put that back on there, and then this I'll put away. So that's our first one. So I'm going to do it all with all the ladies, I think, and we won't use the floral one today. If I can get this open. But yeah, I just thought it'd be something just a little bit different, and just sort of to show you that, you know, card making doesn't have to be really fancy. And oh, I'm wondering if it was my magnet that fell on the floor, and if it is, then I'll have to see if husband can find it, because yeah, I really don't want lady getting that. So put that on there just to check it. Normally I have spare ones around, but yeah. So getting the next lady. So this is Lila. I'm going to use her. So again, pop her down, and we'll stamp this a few times as well. So while we're doing this is giving chance for that other piece that we've done to dry. Because what I thought we could do is just come in with our gel pens on that one and draw around in our stencil. So we'll use, I might use the flower one as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be, make sure that's pushed up. I think I might have just shadowed that. I'm hoping I haven't. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up and really push on this. So I found the larger stamps, and especially if you've got uneven, an uneven surface, they can be a bit of a nightmare to stamp up. I mean, we have got shadowing on this one, so what I'm going to do is we're going to turn it over. Right, so that's right in the corner. Let's do this again. And that's a good thing about you know, using cardstock, or always, if you've done a mistake, just turn it over. So really pushing that down. Oh, look at that. And that's because this is smooth this side, so it just goes to show you that I'm out of frame. It just goes to show you it works so much better on a smoother surface. Oh, I don't know where that's gone. That's going to bug me, that. Right, next thing I want to do is let's come in with a sentiment, and we've got a lovely one on here which says a special card for a very important person. So I love that. So that's the one that we are going to use. So let's pop that on there, and we're going to just ink this up like that. Oh, look at that, first time, see, and that is because it is really smooth compared to the other side, which is textured. But you'll find that all, nearly all, there is a smooth watercolor cardstock out there, but you will find that most of your watercolor cardstock is textured. So I think because that's worked so well, I think I'm going to have the other one on the smooth side as well, instead of having a fight with it. So, and then the last one that we're going to do is we're going to do Alicia. So I do have a little friend called Alicia. So hi Alicia, if you are watching. Right. Let's bring out the last cardstock. So this is my last piece. Let's pop this on. Absolutely gorgeous. So just there, and we've got the sentiments on this is we've got paper hugs, life needs more sweet tea and sunshine, and ready to party. So I think I'm going to use paper hugs on this one. So let's ink her up. So just like so. And then push that down, make sure we've got everywhere. Yeah, I think that, I don't know if I've pushed it right into the corner. So if my head gets in the way, because if this didn't go into the corner, then I want to say it did, because that's what I tend to do. I tend to push it in the corner so that if it moves like it did, I know that I'll get the impression back. Right, so there's that one. And then I'm going to grab my sentiment, paper hugs, and we're just going to pop that on. I'm just going to pop it in this corner. So pop that in there. Okay, make sure that's in the corner, and yeah, oh, I like it. Right, right, so I don't need my ink now because we're all done with that. So watercolors, you don't have to use the watercolors that I'm using, or if you don't have watercolors, then that's fine. If you've got a water-based ink like a distress ink, that would work just as well as as any watercolor, because you can just smush some down on a palette or on your mat, and yeah, away you go. Right, I'll put that away in a moment. Let's put this in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose some colours. So the good thing, well, one of the good things about Julia's packaging is it always gives you really, really good ideas. I mean, we've got blue, we've got red, and we've got purple. How gorgeous are them? So do you know what? Let's go with that, blue, red, and purple. So, well, we've got that purple, so that's for Celeste. oh, I've got this gorgeous Bashful Blue. Yeah, we'll have Bashful Blue. And we need like a reddy colour. Ooh, there's a nice red. Deep coral. Right. So those are the colours that we're going to use. So I need to make sure that I know who gets who. Right. So I'm going to start off with Alicia. So Alicia is going to be blue. Ooh, that's gone like, it's got like a green colour to it, which is really nice. Green pigment. I'm going to have a sip of tea. And I'm going to move my camera because I notice and I keep going off screen, which I'm really sorry about. Right, I'm just going to activate these. I'll do the same with our red. So you can see where I've used that last is being wet and activated. So that's quite funny. Okay. And then I'm just going to come in with my paintbrush. And we're just going to just spin that around and get that pigment moving. And then what I want to do, because I want this to be a nice thick pigment, I want to just wet my paper. I'm going to wet it on both sides as well, because like I said, it's a really good hack of wetting both sides. It doesn't, as you can see, it's not going anywhere. How cool is that? So let's keep, oh, gorgeous. We should actually start with the purple one first. Never mind. And then once this, so it's not quite strong enough. So I'm just going to go a lot. That is lovely. Just like that. And then a really, 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 really good mix. So I'm really mixing this up now. And then I'm just going to pop on some splats, because splatters really do make the difference. And there we have it. There's our first one done. So quick and easy, just like that. So I will dry that off in a moment. Then the next one is this one. So this is our Lila. Again, let's spray lots of water on this. So this one's going to be red. Make sure that we've got this all, yeah, down. Okay, and then I'm just going to come in. Oh, it's already going everywhere, but that's fine. And then I'm just going to sort of put it on her dress like so, maybe a bit in her hair, and just a few splatters, and she's done. So as easy as that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the lids back on these just so I don't spill them. And I think while they're activated, I might, once I've finished here, I might have a little play. Right, okay, so there's that one, and then our last one, which is our Alicia. So again, oh, that's not what we wanted to happen, but that is fine. Never mind. Just spray it with loads of water and really water that down there. Okay. Right, and then spray this. So they're really, really well soaked. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with this so that you see how this has gone like a really thick paste. That means that that is like full of pigment and it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So just need to be careful that we don't. And then I need to add a little bit more water because I want to do some splats. So there we go, and there's that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to blast these dry, and then we'll come back and we'll put the finishing touches to our cards. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I'm just going to put the ladies just to the side for a moment, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our stencil, and I'm going to just pop that on there like that, and then I'm going to grab a gel pen. What colour shall we have? Now I would use a black one, but lady chewed it again because she's mean. let's go for this purple. And then what I want to do is I'm just going to come in and do some of these elements, because I just think how nice will that be, because you don't have to use your stencils just to sort of spread pastes and other bits and pieces through them. There's nothing to say that you can't use just a pen, because I think it still makes it look really, really nice. And the way that Julie's designed this one, it makes it really easy to actually use a pen as well. So yeah, so I'm just going to go around using my gel pen. So this is a purple one. But like I say, you can use any sort of colours that you would like, and do anything that you would like. But I just want you to see that, you know, you don't have to have all these expensive goodies and toys, and don't get me wrong, it's nice to have them, and it's nice that, you know, to buy them, and however it is also lovely just to use the very, very basics as well. So yeah, my pen seems to be not coming out very well. I don't know if that's because of the paper or what, but it's a bit annoying. Okay, so just going all the way around. I should have, do you know what I should have done? Use some washi to hold this down, but never mind. I say that every time. You'd think that I would learn my lesson, but yeah, I never do. I never do. So I need to do this, and then I'm going to have to go and sort tea out, because the husband is sort of loitering in the kitchen, and no doubt Lucy will come downstairs in a moment and say, "When's tea, mummy?" And so I think I will be doing that tea once I finish this video. Husband's looking at me quite funny now. Yeah. So they're having parmos for tea. So I don't think a lot of you will know what a parmo is, because it is only really the northeast of England. It's just really our section, isn't it, that has a parmo. I think Kate said they've now got them in Newcastle, but that's only just recently. Yeah, husband doesn't. Apparently they're not very nice in Newcastle, but we have a butcher's that makes them here, and they do the gluten-free ones, which is really cool. And all it is it's just chicken coated in breadcrumbs with like a white sauce, and then lots and lots of cheese. So they're having that for their tea tonight. I've decided I want lasagna, so I'm having homemade lasagna for my tea. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. So I literally just have to put it in the oven. Normally we get, when they get a parmesan, they get one from the takeaway, and they're huge. One does 2 of them, and the dogs get a treat when they get a takeaway. So the dogs end up with some. I don't think they're going to be happy tonight, because they're going to smell parmesan, but these are quite small, so I can't see the dogs getting even a bite of them, so they're not going to be happy, I don't think. But yeah, they're on diets anyway. Well, Lady's on a diet, so she's a little fatty. Right, let's take that off. Oh, look at that. How awesome does that look? Do you know what? That, and just I've got the sentiments from the new papers. Let me see if I can find it. Well, in here, I was die cutting this morning, so I was having a play. And in the bottom of here, oh, there, that one. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. So I think I'm going to use that. And then, how cool is that? So, you know, just by popping a little bit of watercolor and using a pen or a pencil through a stencil. I mean, look what we've achieved. How gorgeous is that? Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, okay, so we need card bases. Now, what did I do with them? They're here. So I have a whole range of card bases, but I think I'm going to go with, if I've got any, sort of that size. Oh, that one would go on there, so use that one. Although I do have, oh, I could cut these ones down because I don't know when I would use them. So yeah, I'm going to cut these ones down. So that'll be cut down for that one. That one will be cut down for that one. I don't have a red, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's a bit too... Although, no, we'll cut that one down as well. So if you don't have the card bases that you want, then, you know, don't be like afraid. Just to cut down what you have, because, you know, it's one of the... We're guaranteed to use it. I mean, these card bases I've had forever, and yeah, I'm not going to use them as they were intended. So I'm just going to cut them down and use them another way. So at least then it is getting used. Right, where's the image? Because I do want to cut the image down slightly. So if I trim the image first, so that's what, 5 1/4. So I want a bit off this side and a bit off this. So 5 1/4 by 4. So that's the size. So 5 1/4. So if I do 5 3/4 by 4 1/2, I think that will be quite a nice card. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, so there's that card base. So let's do the same with these ones and trim these down and get our size in. So that's going to be, again, this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So this is going to be the same size. So 4 by 5 1/4. So let's see what size this is. So I'm going to do this at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So it's only going to have a slight border to it. So just like that. So there's that card. So as you can see, just by cutting them down, they fit and they just look lovely. And then we can make our own envelopes to go with them, or we just go and buy a slightly bigger envelope than what we would normally have. So I'm going to do the same sizes for this one. So 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut this down as well. So and so we're going to have this at 4 1/2 by 5 3/4. So the same as the first card. So just like that. And then our last one, let's cut this down. So I want this down to 3 3/4 by 5, I think. 3 3/4 by 5. Yeah, and I just want to trim the bottom of this one. So by 5. So let's actually a little bit more. So that should perfect fit that in there. Right, okay, so now that I've done that, now these bigger bits I will, oh hi, okay, these bigger bits I will keep. I'll just put them in my scrap drawer because you never know when you can use them. Even like some of these are strips, I might pop these in my thing because I've got a plan for little tiny strips. So but like I say, these, I mean, they would look good on, you know, edging a card. How lovely would that be? So it's definitely, they're definitely not going to go to waste. They are going to go in my scrap drawer. Right, okay, so now that we've done that, let's bring in all of our cards. So what I want to do is I want a black pen. So if I put it, you are somewhere. I put it next to me in my holder, and you know what? I don't know why I did it, because it's full and I can never find anything. Right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to edge this in black. So this is a trick that we picked up off Julia. So today's inspiration is our lovely Angie B, and we're adding a little bit of Julia into the mix as well. So loving that. So let's get this one adhered down. You do want to put them on some dimension. So as usual, I am going to use some cardboard. And please don't look at the way I'm using my scissors, because they're so upside down. Right. Okay. And I am going to just use my double-sided tape. There we go. Hate it when it doesn't. Oh, it's all caught. I hate it when that happens. Right, I could never open this either. I tried to get a new one actually, because I struggle with this one to open it. There we go. And I couldn't find them anywhere. So yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out, because I definitely want another one, just because I think it'll be easier. And this one doesn't have like a little thing that you put over the top to stop it coming up, which is really annoying. Right, so let's just use that. Oh, I'm taking advantage of the stickiness if I can. So yeah, I hate it, absolutely hate it when it does that, because then you've got to sort of get in there and wind it up, and yeah. But when it works lovely, and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to stick that on there, like so. Then I'm just going to add tape on here, and lots of it, because we really want this to stick down. So like so, and then we're going to place this right where we'll place this on there like that. Now the sentiment, what did we do with it? Because I've got a feeling that I've probably dropped it or lost it or found it. Yeah. Oh dear, it was with the collection of papers. So, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to cut all of these down. So the only way, okay, there, I've got a bit of sticky on my hands. The only way to achieve the impossible, don't know if you can hear that, but Lucy's laughing her little head off, is to believe it is possible. Right, so I'm just going to glue them down. So I'm going to just grab my glue for this, and there's our first card done. But you'll have to let me know what you think. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, you don't have to just stop there. If you wanted to, you could add on some gems. You could add on some nouveau drops. You know, you could add a few other little extra elements to this, which makes this sort of quite fun. But I mean, how nice is that? I do have these blue gems, so I mean, we could put a few of those on. We could put, yeah, there's so much things. I do have in here, I've got some hearts somewhere. You know, we could just add on a few hearts. Actually, I think I will, because I think that works quite nicely. So yeah, so it just, you know, when you're doing things like this, just a simple little thing like just adding these glitter hearts really makes a card pop. So there's our first one. So I'm going to do a second one, and I'm just going to grab some more cardboard. our dimension. Okay, let's just use our glue for this instead of fighting with my tape runner, although it is working better. So I'll stick that on there, make sure it's really adhered down. So I feel like we're in a pickle. I know we're not, but I feel like I'm in a pickle. Okay. I think it's because there's a lot going on, and it might be because I've still got a head cold, so my throat is so much better though, but I still feel like quite like groggy, I think is the word. Right, okay, I'm just cutting them ready for the next 2 cards, just so I can get the other bits off my desk and my big scissors, and yeah, just to get everything so it's a little bit tidier. Right, there, I feel better. Okay, so we're just going to clean this up. Not clean this up. I've just cleaned up. We are just going to put lots of glue onto this. I need to put some more in there where it's lifted. And we're going to place her down on to there. So there we are. Now I haven't put a black border on this one, but it is entirely up to you whether or not you would like to. So that is an option. And then for this one, I am actually going to pop on some gems, I think. So there's one. Surely I want different ones, so that's what I'm sort of looking for. Yeah, we'll have one of them, and I want one more. Which one? Oh, what about, I have a little sort of pot of them there. What about, yeah, I like that. So again, very simple, finished it off just with a few gems. Okay, let's get the next card. So as you can see, I mean, these have turned out to be really, really quick cards to make, and just really, really pretty as well. They've got the dimension there, and you know, I think they look as though they've taken a lot longer than we have. But I just think it's so effective as well, and especially, you know, if you want to have a go at watercolors and you're not quite sure where to start, something like this would definitely be you know, would be a really good place to start, because it gets you putting the colour onto the paper, it gets you watching seeing how they react with water, and it gives you a feel for the product as well. Oh, I love that. I love, 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 love it. So there is that one, and again I want some gems. Right, do you know what, because I'm just sort of going off to the side, I do have a massive pot of gems. Oh, it's a shame they didn't go all the way down. Oh, I do have some gold ones, let's use those. So, and again, it's simple things like just adding gems in really does. I mean, if you don't have a vast range of gems, use nouveau drops, or use sequins. Sequins is a good thing. So I have these gorgeous ones here, so they would work as well. So there's lots of other things that you can use, but there's our next card. Right, on to our final one. And then I think my husband will be glad, and so will my daughter, because it means their tea will be getting done. Yeah, so we'll finish this and I'll show you them, and then I will go for today. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's given you some inspiration as well, and you know, it hopefully encourages you to use different things. I mean, if you don't have watercolors, use your inks. They all work. They work in a very similar way. So there is stuff that you can sort of do, or use acrylic paint as well. So water some acrylic paint down, that would work just as well. But you really need it thin, because acrylic paint is opaque, so and you won't be able to see the lines through it. I wanted to put a black edge on that, but I never mind. Right, okay, so there's that one. And do you know what, we have these sequins, so I think we should have the sequin stars and just have them dotted here, there and everywhere, because they're too cute not to. There, right. Now I need this. Do you know what? I should have checked this because I need my oh, there it is, thank goodness for that. I was going to say I need my my thingy tool, what's it called? Help me out, guys. Embellishment wand. So I needed that to put these on. But there you go. I mean, so again, something really different, showing you something else that you can use just to create a little bit of a different feel. Right, I don't want too many out because getting them back in will be a nightmare. So when my glue dries, it does dry clear, so I know that I'm not going to be able to see any of this glue on show. Look at that, I need one more. One more. Oh, look at that. I think this one might be my favourite actually now. So let me just grab the other 3 cards in and let's have a look at what we've created. In the description box below there will be links to where you can buy the new set of goodies from Julia. There's also links to all the other girls who have been working with these gorgeous stamps and papers, and also a link to Julia's Facebook group where there is even more inspiration. Honestly, everyone is super talented, but it's also nice if you've been working with these to come onto Julia's group and share them with us, because I think that will look absolutely gorgeous. But there you have it, guys, for today. They are my 4 cards. How gorgeous do they look? Very plain, very simple, but beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you again for watching. Please do take care and happy crafting. Bye.